Hey guys, Howse here. So we're going to go through 7 ways to lower estrogen levels. Now, why do you want to lower estrogen levels? A few reasons. First of all, let's get into estrogen. Estrogen is actually necessary for men. We need estrogen. The thing is, we don't need help with increasing our estrogen. We're getting help increasing our estrogen through things in our diet, through our environment, through cleaning products, through plastics. All these different things are unnaturally and artificially increasing our estrogen levels. That can result in low testosterone levels, feminine features, increased body fat, even depression and things like that. So you don't want to have high estrogen levels if you're a man. Now, how do you lower your estrogen levels? The first way is to lose some body fat. If you're over 20% body fat, you're gonna have some trouble. First of all, DHT diminishes if you're over 20% body fat. DHT is your most potent androgen. You want to stay below 20% body fat. Another thing that happens in body fat is this is where aromatase happens. It's the conversion of testosterone to estrogen. So you've got all this testosterone in your body, and if you're carrying too much body fat, your body's going to be converting it into estrogen, and that's not good. You end up gaining more body fat if you have more body fat as well. It's a slippery slope, so you want to cut your body fat down. So next is check personal care items. So that's deodorant, shampoos, soaps, all these different things, colognes, things like that. All these different things have something called parabens in it. Parabens are a xenoestrogen or a chemical estrogen that is very similar to estrogen. So I'll put a list down below of what to look for, but you want to really opt for a natural source. The one main thing you want to look for is parabens. I'll put a few of those down below as well. But what they do is stimulate your estrogen receptors. So you want to increase your androgen receptors, which is something that forskolin helps. Forskolin is in Man greens. You can check that down below, but that increases androgen receptors. Xenoestrogens increase estrogen receptors, which can feminize your DNA. So you don't want to do that. So really take a look at your personal care products, soap, shampoos, all that stuff, and just get rid of the ones that aren't 100% natural. So next is you want to eat cruciferous vegetables, but there is one specific thing in cruciferous vegetables. It's IC3. IC3 helps you flush chemical estrogens out through your liver. The problem with eating too many vegetables is the high fiber content can diminish your testosterone levels. So eat cruciferous vegetables by all means, but supplementing with IC3 is also very important because it's one of the few ways to actually flush out chemical estrogens through your liver. Otherwise, they're trapped there if your liver health's not great. So next is drink red wine because of the resveratrol content. The problem is there is a very little amount of resveratrol in red wine or in grapes. It takes a lot of it to actually be able to absorb. Thankfully, there's something called resveratrol Vesasorb. We put that in Man Boost along with IC3, so you can flush estrogen out through the liver and block estrogen with resveratrol. Resveratrol is actually very healthy for you. Again, the problem is that we don't absorb it that well. With resveratrol Vesasorb, you absorb it 100 times better than conventional resveratrol supplements. So why does resveratrol help lower estrogen? Now I'm gonna have to read this. I can't memorize it. Resveratrol has a anti-estrogenic compound called proanthocyanidin. So that's an anti-estrogen compound that you want in your body. Again, opt for resveratrol Vesasorb. Don't just supplement with plain old resveratrol. And red wine, it's good, tastes good, but it doesn't have that much resveratrol anyway. Next is keep your liver healthy. So like drinking every now and then is good, but you don't want to drink too much because then your body's not going to expel the chemicals that are in your system. Now, 2 things you can do to help with your liver health is reduce your polyunsaturated fat intake and supplement or make sure you're getting enough in your diet. Choline. Choline helps detoxify your liver, and it's also necessary for fat segregation in your liver. 6 is limit the use of plastics. So plastics are everywhere. Sad to say, I'm sure there's some plastic in this watch somewhere. There's plastics in our phones, there's plastic in our clothes, but do what you can to limit plastics. A number of studies have found that plastics are increasing estrogen levels in men pretty much society-wide. I'll put a couple studies down below. And again, they do it chemically by increasing your estrogen receptors. So that's feminizing your DNA, feminizing your body. So you want to limit your plastic exposure as much as possible. You don't have to freak out, but if you have to spend a little more to get a metal bottle or a glass bottle versus a plastic one, get the glass one and just reuse it. If you have to spend a little more to get higher quality things, just buy fewer of them and use plastics less. And finally, this is, I've mentioned this a couple times, it's called Man Boost. I've seen a couple estrogen flush type supplements out there, but they don't include everything that you need to reduce estrogen. So we've got zinc that blocks aromatase. That's the conversion of testosterone to estrogen. We've got resveratrol Vesisorb, which is the most potent form of resveratrol, which is very good at blocking estrogen. We've got IC3 that flushes chemical estrogens out through your liver. And then we've got boron, which helps you boost testosterone. So it's an amazing supplement. I take it once a day along with Magreens. I'll put a link down below for you. I highly recommend you do that. But to be honest, supplementation should come to help the other steps. If you're not doing the other steps, supplementation isn't going to be as effective. You need to take care of your diet and your lifestyle before you even think about supplementing at all. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you liked it, and by all means, give me a thumbs up. That'd be awesome. Take care.